In a quiet town where nights felt longer than they should, there lived a boy named Aarav who could not stand waiting. Waiting, to him, was a kind of pain. Waiting for festivals, waiting for results, waiting for happiness. He believed something simple. Life would be better if tomorrow came faster. He had no idea how wrong he was. One night, when the world seemed unusually still, Aarav noticed something strange. The ticking of his clock grew louder. Tick, tick, tick. Then silence. The second hand stopped moving. The shadows in his room stretched unnaturally long, and from the corner near his window, something stepped forward. A tall figure, cloaked, shapeless, yet somehow watching him. "I know what you want," it said, its voice echoing like it came from far away. Aarav's throat went dry. "Who are you?" "I am the Keeper of Time," it replied. "And you want tomorrow." Aarav hesitated only for a moment. "Yes." The Keeper raised a pale hand. "I can lend it to you. You can step into tomorrow, today." Aarav's fear melted into excitement. "Really?" "Yes," the Keeper said. "But time is not a gift. It is a loan." "I'll pay it back later," Aarav said quickly. The Keeper smiled faintly, though its face barely moved. "Everyone says that." Aarav woke up to laughter, balloons, and cake. "Happy birthday," his parents cheered. It worked. He had skipped an entire week. The joy was overwhelming. The day felt perfect. Every wish fulfilled. Every moment bright. That night, Aarav smiled to himself. "If I can do this once, why not again?" And so it began. He borrowed tomorrow to skip boring school days. He borrowed it to avoid exams. He borrowed it to escape embarrassment. Each time, life felt easier, cleaner, better, but something subtle began to change. One afternoon, Aarav waved at his best friend, Rohan. Rohan looked at him, confused. "Do I know you?" he asked. Aarav laughed nervously. "Stop joking. I'm serious," Rohan said. "I've never seen you before." The laughter died in Aarav's throat. He had skipped the days that built their friendship. To Rohan, those moments had never existed. That night, Aarav confronted the Keeper. "You didn't tell me this would happen." The Keeper appeared, darker than before. "I told you borrowed time must be repaid, but I didn't erase anything." The Keeper's voice grew cold. "You did not erase it," it said. "You abandoned it." Aarav should have stopped, but instead, he went further. If small skips work, why not bigger ones? He began borrowing years. School disappeared. Struggles disappeared. Growth disappeared. Life became a series of jumps. Until one day, he woke up and didn't recognize himself. He stood in front of a mirror. He wasn't a boy anymore. He was a grown man. His voice was deeper, his face older. And behind him stood a woman, smiling gently. "Aarav," she said. He turned slowly. "Who are you?" "Ha," her smile faded. "Don't joke like that." But it wasn't a joke. He had skipped the years that created his life. Skipped love. Skipped memories. Skipped meaning. He had reached the future without living the past. Terrified, Aarav called out into the darkness. "Keeper, take it back! I don't want this!" The clock didn't stop this time. It cracked. A sharp sound echoed as its glass shattered. Time itself felt broken, and the Keeper appeared again. But this time, it was not alone. Behind it stood shadows, hundreds of them, each shaped like a person, each whispering. "What are they?" Aarav asked, trembling. The Keeper's voice was heavy. "Your tomorrow." The shadows shifted, and suddenly, Aarav saw them clearly. Different versions of himself. One laughing with friends. One studying late at night. One arguing, failing, learning. One falling in love. Lives he had skipped. Moments he had never lived. "They're gone," Aarav whispered. The keeper shook its head. "No," it said. "They are waiting." The shadows moved closer. "And they must be repaid." Suddenly, Aarav felt something tearing inside him. Memories began to fade. His mother's voice blurring, his father's face vanishing. Even his childhood felt like a dream slipping away. "What's happening?" he cried. "You have taken too much," the keeper said. "Now, time will take from you." Aarav collapsed into darkness. When he opened his eyes, he was no longer in his room. He stood in an empty space. One shadow stood before him. It looked exactly like him, but stronger, calmer. "I am the life you refuse to live," it said. Before Aarav could speak, it attacked. That was the beginning of his repayment. Each shadow was a version of Aarav. Each one held the strength, wisdom, or happiness he had skipped. And to reclaim his life, he had to face them. Some battles were painful. The version who studied hard defeated him easily. "You chose shortcuts," it said. "Now face the cost." Another version, one who kept friendships, looked at him with sadness. "You left people behind," it said. Another who faced heartbreak stood stronger than all. "Pain makes you grow," it said. You ran from it. Aarav broke again and again. He cried. He failed. He wanted to give up. But slowly, something changed. He stopped running. He started learning. He fought not to win, but to understand. After countless battles, only one shadow remained. The strongest one, the one who had lived every moment Aarav had skipped. It stood quietly. "You're ready," it said. Aarav, exhausted, nodded. "I understand now." "Then take your life back," the shadow said. The final test wasn't a fight. It was a choice. To accept time as it is. To accept waiting. To accept that life is not meant to be rushed. Aarav stepped forward and embraced the shadow. Light burst around him. When he opened his eyes, he was back in his room. A boy, again. The clock ticking normally. Tick, tick, tick. Morning sunlight filled the space. Nothing skipped, nothing lost. From that day on, Aarav lived differently. He studied even when it was hard. He stayed with friends, even in small moments. He faced pain instead of avoiding it. Life was slower, but it was real. One night, the keeper appeared again. But now, it looked softer, almost human. "Do you still wish to borrow tomorrow?" it asked. Aarav smiled. "No," he said. "Tomorrow is special, because I haven't lived it yet." The keeper nodded. "Then, you have learned what many never do." As it vanished, the shadows disappeared forever, leaving behind something simple. Time, pure, whole, unborrowed. And Aarav, he never tried to rush life again, because he had seen the truth. A life skipped is a life lost. But a life lived, even slowly, becomes something beautiful. Thanks for watching Toon Cartoon. For more magical stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.